Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, has reiterated the need to empower the second youngest generation between the millennials and the generation Alpha, known as Gen Z, to become active contributors to the country's development. The governor made this known at the annual leadership workshop organized by the Faculty of Social Sciences, University of Abuja. Dauda noted that despite the realities of how the Gen Z identity has been shaped by the digital age, climate anxiety, a shifting financial landscape, the key areas of focus should be education and skills acquisition.
Distinguished personalities, ladies and gentlemen, permit me at this junction to present to you my contribution to a guiding template for Gen Z. First, the vision. For me, the underlying vision should embody the need to empower Generation Z citizens to become active contributors to the country's development or sustainable development, drive economic growth, social justice, as well as environmental protection. And the key areas of focus for the framework should encompass, first, education and skills development. And this provides access to quality education, vocational training, and skills development program that align with the gap in the market's need. Two, entrepreneurship and innovation. We encourage entrepreneurship, innovation, and creativity among Gen Z Nigerians by providing resources and support for startup and small businesses. Agriculture and agribusiness. Engage the youth in various crop and livestock production for improved food security and sustainable economic growth. Civic engagement and leadership. We need to foster civic engagement, leadership, and community involvement among Gen Z. Nigerians promoting active citizenship as well as social responsibility. Environmental sustainability. Educate and empower Gen Z Nigerians on environmental sustainability, climate change mitigation, and adaptation strategies, which will go a long way in helping and shaping the future of Gen Z.
The deputy convener of the National Agenda for Tinubu 2027, Senator Babangida Hussaini, believes that youth empowerment must go beyond the distribution of commercial tools, as young adults, especially the Gen Z, must compete globally against unprecedented challenges.
In Nigeria, however, for statistical purposes, the official age range for a youth is between 15 to 29 years of age, and the youth account for about 70% of our country's population, which speaks to the critical role of the youth in nation's sustainable development drive. The concept of youth empowerment is also widely discussed and seen from different perspectives. It is also one concept that had fluid definitions. Scholars are, however, agreed that youth empowerment entails giving young people the skills, the tools, and the support they need to take control of their lives. They are meant to make informed decisions and actively participate in their communities and societies. It has a lot to do with not only recognizing but also fostering their potential, encouraging them to have self-esteem, and creating the enabling environment for them to shape their own futures. It is again this background that critics have faulted the common practice by some politicians, I'm sorry I'm one of them, of distributing handouts, keke napep, motorcycle, to young people in the name of empowerment. I strongly believe that youth empowerment should go far beyond distributing commercial tools to young people if it must effectively contribute to sustainable national development. This is because the youth of today, especially the Gen Z, are competing globally and facing unprecedented challenges. Hence, youth empowerment requires deliberate policy initiatives that will provide the youth with the opportunities to unlock their potential and contribute meaningfully to national development while taking control of their future.
Other speakers at the workshop hampered on the need to instill the values of honesty, integrity, and sincerity of purpose on the youth.
We are gathered here to not only discuss the issues of the youth, the Gen Zs in particular, but to offer solutions on how best to address and contain multiple problems associated with them. It is important to note that youth restiveness engenders political instability, general insecurity, and deter investment in any given nation or society. It is also factually clear that Gen Zs are product of us, and that's the truth. They are the product of us. I mean all of us. The labeling may sound strange or weird, but they are our children, our grandchildren, our nieces, nephews, and so on. Morally speaking, most parents have done and still doing their best to provide the best moral standards to their children. However, with the environmental changes associated with new economic realities in our country, many parents are finding it difficult to cater for the basic needs of their children while in school, thus creating avenues for the youth to start looking for ways to support themselves.
We must instill in our youth the values of integrity, honesty, sincerity of purpose, commitment, empathy, hard work, and selfless service, the bedrock of sustainable leadership. The role of government in every nation, the youth represents the bridge between the today's challenges and tomorrow's solutions. However, this bridge must be strengthened, guided, and empowered, and that responsibility lies largely with the government. First, the government must create and evident policies that prioritize education, skills development, and digital literacy.
Empowerment and sustainable development in Nigeria, a guiding template for the Gen Z. Francis Adeniyi reporting for TV Platinum.